Well, the national shutdown over the high cost of living is in full swing. Two of the country's largest union federations, COSATU and SAFTU, are leading the demonstrations. We've got reporters out in various parts of South Africa. Nasiphi is in the Western Cape, but Refiloe Seboko is in the Northwest. We're also live in Gauteng shortly. Let's begin first with you, Refiloe. Tell us what's happening around you. Nasiphi, if you're able to hear me, you're still on the move. Where is this demonstration moving to?
Well, the first stop is the City of Cape Town building to hand over their memorandum, and as you put it, at the center of the shutdown is the poor and working class unable to afford their daily living, rather day-to-day life. And to talk to us more, I'm joined here by Bravo from South. Bravo, thank you so much for your time. But you're here because you cannot afford food and also the daily increases. What do you make out of the increase in inflation from 7.4 to 7.8?
Oh no, the thing is this, it's actually properly directed towards us as the more marginalized and poor. At the end of the day, we didn't get any increase for how many years? And now we're sitting at this problem that the government don't want to achieve. We feel that it's actually discriminatory towards all of us as the community of South Africa. Okay? So this inflation at the end of the day, they're directing it mostly to us, because even when the time when our president said that his MCs cannot live on 100,000, but the thing is that we are supposed to die on 350, which is bad. So today we're actually coming only to say that it's time that we need equality in our country.
Bravo, earlier on you told me that you are unemployed. Will you now be able to afford fish oil or oil and rice with the increase, or rather with the inflation? That will mean that food will go up, fuel might just go up as well.
No, I might not even afford anything in a lifetime now, because our current government, in the way they're going on, it's like they're taking it, okay, now yes, we must always suffer. We, the most marginalized, the poorest of the poor. 350 cannot actually sustain any of us. It's the reason why we're saying that. The thing is that we're not coming to fight. We're here in all friendliness talking to our government to look at us, because we all belong to this country. It's not right. It's unconstitutional in the way that we are being demanded or treated. Today, I can tell you I'm so safe, because there's more police here than there's in the community where I'm staying in Dow. People are getting murdered and shot. So that's why I'm saying this money can be directed in a positive manner, in a positive way.
Are you hopeful that something is going to be done today with the shutdown?
The thing is this, hope is something that we always envision for. But today, what we're saying to government, the thing is that we don't want to live on hopes. Unfortunately, all those unethical people that are sitting there inside of those parliament, when you're an honorable, you're actually saying that, listen here, I am a person of ethics, I'm a person of morals. So today I'm coming here, okay, now, to say that, okay, if I cannot uphold these morals, then I'm going to rather move out of this position. Because basically what is happening in our country, South Africa, is very highly immoral. It's highly immoral for a person to sit in a moral position to actually do this towards his own people. How do you murder people? How do you slay people of Marikana? How do you send hundreds of police out for friendly people? All these people are
Thank you so much, Bravo, there from the community member, obviously putting on the table his challenges that also mean that he will not be able to afford, as he is unemployed currently, and he is saying that government should indeed do better, and hopes that his voice is indeed heard following this shutdown.
Nasiphi live for us on the streets of Cape Town. Apologies if you were unable to hear her in part due to that blaring sound system in the background, but we will continue nonetheless and take you to the northwest. Refiloe, tell us how well supported this shutdown is where you are.
It is well supported, Tembekile. I will tell you this much. The group that you are seeing behind me, they had been coming from the Muntsiwa Stadium and they are coming to the legislature. I'm joined by Mahikeng. He is the provincial deputy chairperson of COSATU in the Northwest, and he will tell us more about why they saw it fit to join this march. Mahikeng, welcome to Newzroom Afrika and thank you so much for your time. Why is it that you saw it fit to join the march?
No, it's very easy. We are crying about economic, socio-economic challenges that we are facing as a country that have an adverse effect on us as workers in the province and in the entire South Africa at large. And we are having a very serious challenges in as far as the petrol hikes are concerned, and when we cannot argue and make an argument in as far as the Russia and Ukraine war is concerned. What is critically important is that the petrol were increasing on daily basis before the war between Ukraine and the government is failing to address those challenges, socio-economic challenges in as far as they are concerned. Food prices are going high. Government does not also want to increase wages in a percentage that resemble a dignity to the employees of government. And as such, that increase is equals to nothing, because government is also offering less than the percentage of the CPI in the country. So we are also we remain unchanged on the issues of triple challenge: inequality, poverty, and unemployment, which is increasing on daily basis, on daily year, and government is not addressing that. We have sit around tables with government and with the African National Congress as the alliance partner, and to address this issue, but at the very same time is failing to address this issue. And this is a recourse that we feel it must be undertaken nationwide, that we demonstrate our frustration on issues that the government is failing to address in as far as socio-economic challenges are concerned.
Do you think that following this march, are you confident that the government will be able to respond accordingly to your frustrations as workers?
We are hoping that government, remember that our government is that government that does not listen. When you talk to them on round table, they only take you into consideration when you choose or when you elect to go a process of march or of a protest. That is the government of the African National Congress today. And we are hoping that this march will make an impact that we want this march to do. After this march, we are hoping that things will start to change throughout the country. Government will start to implement the policies that are towards the working class, to the poor, the poorest of this country, and obviously this kind of march, it is not a march that just come and go. It is a march that when they go, they should leave a certain impact in the country, more so when we talk about economy. We were hoping that obviously what will happen today is that we bring this country to a standstill. The economic activities of this country must come to a halt, so that when after this march, we are then being taken seriously by our government and address what we are fighting for as workers.
What is the content of the letter of demands or the memorandum that we understand that you are bringing to the legislature? What is in that letter or the memorandum?
In the memorandum, we will address various issues: the load shedding, the ESCOM in as far as is concerned, and you know the challenges that are there in ESCOM. We will also address the issue of triple challenges. We will also address the issue of gender-based violence. Just to mention few from the memorandum, we will also address issues of fuel. We will also address in general, a high living cost that we find ourselves in the country.
Thank you so much, Mahikeng. That is Mahikeng Mohlaoli. He is the Secretary of COSATU in the Northwest, Thembekile, and they are saying they are coming to the legislature in particular to hand over the memorandum of demands, and they are saying some of the contents of that memorandum is issue of the high cost of living, issue of gender-based violence, and they are hoping that after the shutdown or after this march to the legislature, contribution to that which is happening nationwide, they'll be able to get a proper response. One of the things that they are worried about is issue of cost of living rising. However, their salary remains the same.
Refiloe, Seboko, thank you very much for that update from the Northwest. Show you some live pictures now out of the CBD in Pretoria if we can, because there are demonstrations there as well. In fact, we're not going to show you those pictures. We're going to bring in our reporter, Tumaole Mohlaoli, because the ultimate destination, Tumaole, for this set of marches is the union buildings, the seat of government. What do they want to say when they get there?
Well, a very good afternoon to you, Thembekile. I'm really struggling to hear you. It's quite a wall of sound that is out here on the Pretoria streets. We're not far now from the union buildings where, of course, the workers are going to hand over their memorandum. And once they get there, they say that what they're going to deliver as a message to government is that they need a change in the status quo. They're saying that the situation as it is untenable, and they want government to change its economic policies and their economic policies to be more worker-centered. Now, I'm going to step out of shot so that my colleague can look and give you a shot of what's happening. You can see that here behind the truck where Tando has got that vantage point, you see those workers and those workers joined by various other civil organizations. In terms of the numbers, we had spoken to the organizers, which would be trade union federations, COSATU and SAFTU, and they said that they were anticipating anywhere between 3,000 and maybe 10,000 workers. But in the shot, if the foreground leading those workers, you can also see that the SACP, the SA Communist Party, is out here in support of this particular march. We see that Mr. Jacob Mamabolo is leading that, and we see him from government. He usually wears different hats as the MEC for transport, road and infrastructure. So this is a situation. We are about roughly 10 to 15 minutes walk into that particular march. Where we stand, we are about a kilometer or so away from the union buildings. I can hear off on the loud hailer, they are telling the marshals to prepare the marchers to move again. And as they've been walking through the CBD of Pretoria, they've certainly been welcomed with cheers, and many people, egging them on, saying that they support their cause. Many people have actually been joining them as they've been making their way through the city. So this is the situation as it stands. We are about now on foot 8 to 10 minutes away from the union buildings. So very close, and they're certainly making their voices heard.
Tumaole, you have been out there for much of the day. Are the union leaders happy with the turnout today? I mean, at the earlier briefings, COSATU, for example, had already said that it did not anticipate to pull as many people as it would have had during previous strikes in this country, but today, do they think they've done well? Able to hear me because he's just walked out of shot, but we'll leave it there. We'll hopefully be able to speak to him on a better connection later, but it's likely to be a bit of an issue then, connection that is, as far as all of us being able to hear each other. Many people on the move, a lot of music as well. So do bear with us as and when we are unable to speak to our reporters, but we will continue to bring you coverage of this story today.